What's up you guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name's Lucia. If you're not, thank you for being here. You're amazing, you're the best. And in today's video, we're going to be doing everything that we need to do in order for us to manifest our wildest and craziest dreams. I know everyone and their mother is talking about manifestation and vision boards and goals and everything that has to do with those specific subjects. And I'm here to tell you that all those things work. All of those things are going to be the key things that bring you so much clarity in your life in order for you to act as your highest self every single freaking day. And you need to get clear so that you can get aligned into who you want to become, is your highest self. So this is essentially going to be your guide, a very detailed guide for you to be able to manifest your craziest and wildest dreams ever. The first thing that we're going to be doing is we're going to do a draft of our goals into different buckets, into different categories. Some of those categories that I've used in the past are personal and spiritual, business and professional, health, family, social, and our friends. And the last one is financial and assets. You can use these categories. You don't have to. You could use whatever categories you would like. It is your preference. I prefer to add family, social, and friends into the same bucket because I don't have a crazy amount of goals for that specific category. So it really just depends on how many goals you're going to have for each category. If you have way too many goals in one category, then perhaps you want to split that specific category into two separate buckets that are a little bit different. Like for example, personal and spiritual could be completely different goals for you. So one could be your habits and the other one could be your spiritual practices that you are going to practice all the time. So it really just depends on how you want to treat it. There's not a science for that. It's literally just your personal preference. That's the first thing. So please grab a piece of paper and start writing those down. Put the specific categories and then write every single thing that you can think of for each category that you would like. The second step is we're going to be writing our manifestation letter. The manifestation letter is going to be a tool that you're going to be writing as if it was you from the future. You can give yourself a specific timeline. So you can pretend that it's January 2025 and it's the you from January 2025 writing that manifestation letter in the present tense as if it's already happened. And you have to write it with intention. You have to write it in the sense that this is an example like, oh my God, I received that raise at my job that I was always waiting for and it feels amazing. I feel more free. I feel appreciated. Like write everything that you feel, the rewards that you get from that specific goal that you've had and that it's already manifested and that it's already yours and that you already have it. Write it in that specific manner. Your manifestation letter is essentially going to have all of your goals that you wrote down into those different buckets, into those different categories. You're going to write that letter with those goals in mind as if it's your dream life. Like that's literally your life. That's literally yours. That's literally you from the future just writing a letter now. You're just getting a little bit ahead, but that's literally you because you're going to accomplish all of those things that you want. Like it's said and done, you know, like that's how you have to envision it. That's how you have to feel it. You have to get into that higher frequency in order for your life to get there every single freaking day. So the more that you embody that, the faster that you're gonna get there. With your manifestation letter, we want to be very specific. We want to be positive. We want to write it in the present tense. We want to express gratitude with everything that we're writing. Like we're so grateful for everything that has happened in this past year, 2024. And you want to visualize it. As you're writing things down, imagine a movie in your head of everything that is happening that is your life, your dream life as your highest self. One of the uses for this manifestation letter is you're going to have it either in your journal or printed out or in like a sheet next to you. And you're going to read this letter every single day. As soon as I wake up, I grab my journal that's in my office. I go to the page where I wrote my manifestation letter. And the way that I can easily find it is because I folded the page like this so that it could be really easy to find. And I'm literally walking around reading this out loud until I'm finished with my manifestation letter. So this is a daily practice. This is something that I practice every single morning, just so that every single morning you're working towards your goals. You don't get wrapped up into life, into things that happen, because things are going to happen. Negative things, things that are taking you out of alignment, things that are not going with your highest self, things that are not going towards your goals. So you want to get reminded of the bigger picture of where you're headed. Also, if I'm a little bit more quiet, it's because it's currently like 11:30 p.m. at night, and I just decided, like, you know what, I want to create this video for you guys because I've gotten so many questions. Everyone's saying, like, please give me a very specific plan of how you've been able to accomplish your dreams, because you know. And I get asked all the time, like, how do I create my vision board? How is it that I have accomplished my goals? Like, it is a daily activity of getting to where you want to. Like, it's not like you're just going to write your manifestation letter, put it away, and just set and don't forget about it. Like, no, it takes work. Purpose of our manifestation letter is going to be creating our vision board. So in order for you to be able to create your vision board, you need to have all of these things down so that now we can go into Pinterest or Google. It could be a magazine, it could be the newspaper, wherever it is that you want to get your photos. I like to get mine from Pinterest because it's always so much inspo. It's always so pretty. It's always so aesthetic. Like, you can always find the exact photos that you want for those beautiful goals that you have in your mind. And once you hop into Pinterest to find these goals, you're going to go through your manifestation letter and say, like, okay, this is what I want my dream house to look like. So go into Pinterest, put the type of aesthetic that you want, look at the photos that you think resonate with the goal that you have in your mind, and find that photo. Find that photo that makes you feel like that's your house. Find that photo that makes you feel like this is where I'm going to be living in a year from now. This is where I'm going to be living in 2 years from now. Whatever it is that your goal is, but you need to feel it. You need to have that emotion connected to your goal, to your photo, to your manifestation letter, to everything, so that it's easier for your present life to be taken from where you are right now into that frequency of you in the future, of your highest self, with all of your goals already accomplished. If you look at my previous video, we created my vision board together, and it was the most fun moment for me. Like, I spent so much time doing it, and it just made me feel so good, so fulfilled. It makes me so happy to create like such a crafty thing and bring it into the physical world, because you could be doing all of these things on the computer and just like leave it at that, but it makes it a little bit different. It makes it more real in a way to have like a physical manifestation of something, of your goals. I got these boards from Michaels. Each board was like $2, I believe, or $1 or something like that. Like, you can just go to Michaels and find it. It's the easiest thing ever. This is what my board looks like, and I added these little cute bows everywhere. It just makes me like the happiest ever. I'm so obsessed with her. I have it up right here, so that every morning I can go back and look at that. Whenever I'm reading my manifestation letter out loud, I look at that, I visualize it. I'm like, okay, that's my house. Okay, that's my goal. Okay, that's literally me in the future tense. And one thing I did learn from other people that were posting about their vision boards is that for the photos, you should be doing photos that could potentially be something that you took with your phone and that doesn't really have faces in it, so that you could literally put yourself into that photo, or literally as if that was your hand that took that photo. So mine does have a few faces, but it doesn't really bother me too much because it's like famous people. But I would, if I were to do my vision board again, I will follow that advice. So I think you should follow that advice as well, where either you Photoshop yourself into those photos, or it's photos that could potentially be something that you took yourself. Now, once you're on Pinterest and you're finding your photos, you're going to create a new board so that later on you can reference back to that Pinterest board and use those photos so that you can create your phone background or your computer background. And also you're going to be printing them to be able to create your vision board. Or the fastest way that I was able to print them is I put all of the photos into a Google document and I resized them in whatever size I wanted to. I had about 12 pages of photos in that Google document, and luckily my mom has a printer, so I was able to print that photos at home. But if you don't have a printer at home, then you can also send your Google document, turn it into a PDF, and then send it to a Walgreens for it to be printed. I'm pretty sure it's like super cheap to print that at. I think last time I printed photos, like actual photos with the material of like that high quality for photos, was about $6 or something like that. So I'm assuming that printing in a regular legal paper should be a lot less than that. Right, and now that our vision board is done, our manifestation letter is done, our goals are done, we already know what we want. Now we're gonna go into the little breakdown situation of our goals so that we can accomplish them faster. This is very, 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 very important. Every single goal that you put down, we're going to break it down into a monthly goal. So literally put it in your paper and you have goals for 2024. at the bottom, you're gonna break down all of those goals into January, February, March, and all the way through December. So these are going to be your monthly goals. If, for example, I'm in content creation and I want my goal for the year to be that I get to 10,000 followers, your monthly goal for that, you're gonna break down 10,000 divided by 12, right? So that means that you're going to get about 800 followers per month. Now, this is so freaking important, so pay attention. In order for you to be able to get 800 followers in a month, what do you need to do? This is where you got to think about the daily things that you need to do in order to get 800 followers in a month. You can't just wish for 800 followers and do absolutely nothing. What are some things that you could do? Post consistently, go shoot content, better your craft, get some presets from a content creator that you like, take a class on editing, post every single day on TikTok. I don't know, whatever it is that your goal is, write it down. So we have our monthly goals. Under our monthly goals, you're going to have your weekly goals with everything that you're going to be doing per week. And I wrote everything down on my journal as well. So this is where I had my manifestation letter. And then afterwards, I did 2024 goals. So I split my page into half. On one side, I put all of the goals that I had, and on the other side, I had my monthly goals. So I put January as an example, but these are going to be the goals that I'm going to accomplish every single month in order for me to be able to accomplish my goals. After that, I have a breakdown of day by day. So I have Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday of different things that I'm going to be doing every single day in order for me to be able to accomplish that specific goal. The number one reason as to why you don't want to set super unrealistic goals. You want to do goals that are going to be super realistic. And the way that I like to do it is per quarter, I like to give myself around 3 to 4 goals for one specific quarter. And then the following quarter, I can focus on different goals as well. So for Q1, which Q1 is going to be January, February, and March, I have 3 to 4 goals in mind, and I'm going to accomplish those 3 to 4 goals in that Q1. So I don't have a million goals that I'm going to accomplish in 1 year, because that's just overwhelming and unrealistic. And you can do your tracker on the computer, you can do your tracker on your phone, you can do your tracker wherever you want, but I wanted to try this out this year, which I've never really done before, and do a tracker, a physical tracker that I can see, that can be like right in front of me on my desk. And it's going to be a monthly tracker. So I essentially want to create this for every single month. And my first tracker is going to be of different things that I want to accomplish every single day, or 3 to 4 times, whatever it is. Like my goal is going to go right here. And then I'm going to have different check boxes here with the amount of times that I need to do that. So for example, if I want to post to TikTok every single day for that specific month, then I'm going to have 30 boxes that are going to be checked off every single time that I post to TikTok. So at the end of the month, I can see, okay, out of my goal to post 30 times in that month, I did 28, or I did 29, or I did 7, whatever it is. So that afterwards, if you don't really accomplish your goal, you can look back at your tracker and be like, okay, this month I wasn't really consistent with that specific thing. So next month I can work on that specific thing so that I can get closer to my goals. Because without action, your goals are going to be very, very, very hard to accomplish. And that's a hard lesson that I learned early on, that you just need to take action. You just need to take action, whether you're anxious, whether you have fear, whether you have imposter syndrome, whatever it is. This is a lesson that literally changed my life, and I heard it in a podcast a couple of weeks ago. I'm literally living my life by this, but I can't really remember who said it, but essentially she said, pretend that you're driving in a car and you're the one driving, but your anxiety says like, no, I want to drive, and your imposter syndrome's like, no, I want to drive, and everything else, and your limiting beliefs, everybody wants to drive the freaking car, and you're like, nope, I'm in control. And you know where we're gonna go? We're gonna go accomplish those goals. And your anxiety is like, no, you cannot, whatever. And it's telling you why you should not. You know, like everyone's telling you cannot. And you're like, I don't care. You can come with me. You can be in the car with me, but we're gonna get there. So the idea is that you're in control, and that you are not your fears, you are not your anxiety, you are not your imposter syndrome. You are you. You can drag along your anxieties and your fears, but you just need to get it done whether you have those things or not. You're in control. control. So it doesn't matter. Your goals don't care whether you have anxiety. Your goals don't care whether you have fears. Your goals don't care about any of those things. Your goals just care about you just need to get it done. And that was such a life-changing thing for me, because I was always of the idea that I needed to work on my anxieties, on my fear, on my imposter syndrome before I did anything. And that's not true. You're just wasting time. You're just procrastinating. You can take those issues with you and still get those things done. If you ever have a presentation and you feel super anxious, but you still need to do it for a grade, you're still gonna do it, although you have fear, but you're gonna get it done because you're in control. And the more you start practicing this, the less likely that you're going to be anxious and afraid. And now go take action, go do all of these things, because you really are going to accomplish your goals if you follow this method. I'm so excited to see, and I can't wait. And I want to know, tell me what you're most excited about for this 2024. Like, say it in the comments below. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.